If I had £1 for every time someone suggested this. Battery exhausted, she said. I'm fucking exhausted. Well, truth be told, everyone, I have about 19 quid. That's me finest estimations. This is an unusual video series. My name's Paul, this is McKnight Studios. I'll do some swearing. If you're a little bit of a melt, then seep away somewhere through an orifice, because you're not gonna love it round here. The amount of times people have asked me, what would my ultimate beginner setup be? And to be honest, there's no answer to that guitar-wise, because so many cheap guitars are fucking brilliant. They've all got problems. That is what this channel's about. You know that. I'm not here to milk the prostate of guitar brands, all right? I'm not affiliated with Ibanez. I don't give a fuck if they hate me. This guitar's 200 quid. It's gonna have problems. It's not in the box, by the way. I just pointed over there. There ain't a weirdo in the corner. Dave's filming, but he's passed his CRB check and he's allowed near schools now. This is a £200 mung bean. It's gonna have problems. Let's find them. Every guitar's got problems and I will find them. That's the whole fucking point. That's why I can't believe people send me shit. You must be bonkers. So, I've got an opinion. This is a matte black guitar and my opinion is it's very, very nice. I love it. It's classy. It's a beginner guitar. I got sent a request to buy this by one of my oldest and dearest friends, Mel, bless her. It's for her son. And she's more friends with my missus these days, I've got to be honest. But we tolerate each other when in each other's company. So sorry, Mel. Special wealth. Her son wanted this guitar. I think it's very cool. Hopefully the humbuckers aren't massively disgustingly high output, because I find them a bit fuzzy and minging. It's made of poplar. It's got a maple GR neck. I don't know what that means. It's got a scarf joint, which I give zero fucks about. I do like an angled headstock as opposed to a string tree, so that's a win. It's got the slidey outy truss rod cover, 99 points. And everyone said that the Leo James I reviewed had that and I didn't spot it. I unscrewed it. So that means I'm a div. Thank you for pointing it out. It says it's got a particular style of bridge which looks like every other style of cheap fixed bridge, which apparently enriches sustain. I'm sure it will. And it's got a purple heart fretboard, which is black. So figure that out. And it's got some shark tooth inlays. That's all I know. That's all I care about it. Oh, and there's no lock-in tuners, which matters fuck all, as we well know now. What is my best? I'm going to try and keep the waffle to a minimal. What's the best beginner setup? Well, for me, I love the Positive Grid Spark stuff. All right, I've got loads of it. I've got a cab here, I've got a mini, I've got a fucking little one. So when I play at home, which is rare because I mainly play guitar down in Fritzels these days using Line 6 products, but at home I've got the Positive Grid. Why? Because the app looks like this. It's very beautiful. When it came out, I think during COVID times, during that mythical time where we were shitting our pants because Co-op ran out of fucking bread for an hour.
No! God, please, no!
Don't put opinions about all that in the comment section. This is not the place for that. It's not the place. I bought a Positive Grid because I'm a twat and I like pretty apps. I want the pedals to look like pedals. I want them to react like pedals. And they were the first people that really did that. Arguably, the tones are better through Boss. I've got Boss Wazza Air headphones. To me, they sound better than the Positive Grids, but the app is dog shit and it makes me not want to use it. So, and I'm not a pedal guy. I'm a digital guy. I'm not a tube guy. I've got boobs. I'm a boob guy, but I'm not a tube guy. Where the fuck did that come from? Anyway, back to the guitar. So my ultimate beginner setup is a £200 guitar that a tech has spent 150 quid worth of time on. That's always my recommend, and I don't give a fuck about the brand. Harley bent one, Ibanez, and all the others. Jet, whatever you want to buy. Give it to someone who knows what they're doing, or have a little go yourself and make it wonderful. And my ultimate recommend for an amp is the Positive Grid Spark 2 or a Spark 1, which you can pick up for 100 quid second hand on Marketplace. A Spark, the Positive Grid Spark 40, the first model, second hand for 100 quid at home for practice. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. So I might do the demo through that. I might not. but it'll sound the same anyway because it's all tinkered with. So let's have a little look at this. Let's get her propped up and let's find out what's wrong with it. What's that, Phil? Yes, you can give it a rub. Fuck's sake. Phil said he wants to give it a rub. Oh, let's do a before and after. Before and after rub. Oh my God. Sharp. I'd love to meet Phil and shake his hand with that one. One day, mate, you're going to shake me rub around. Do you want to see something funny? I shouldn't really out this because it's private, but I'm a twat. So I had an email from, I'm assuming Mr. McKnight's wife. I'm assuming. And this is not a slight on it. Let's just clear something up. I take the piss out of Phil all the time because he rubs things with tights on his hands. I think that's fucking hilarious. It's hilarious. It's rub around. But it goes no further than that. I'm a massive Phil McKnight fan, and I genuinely am. The geezer just spends all week spitting out logic, telling you twats things that you don't understand about the music industry, and it's all valuable first-hand information. It's well worth a listen, definitely. So, Mr. McKnight's Mrs. McKnight, I assume she runs a social media site. She sent me a message on Instagram saying, do I want to be on their new channel, which is podcast, Get to Meet. It's like a 20-minute thing, and they meet people, and they talk about what the fuck they're all on about. And I replied with this. Only if we could talk about my rubber hand. Now, I couldn't help myself. I did it for you lot, and I didn't get a response. I am a big fan, and Phil, I genuinely love you, all right? Genuinely. Got that out of the way. That was serious, wasn't it? It's all the love pouring out of my heart. It's all the love pouring out. I'm going to tune it up. I'm going to straighten the neck. That's always the first thing you need to do. That is porn. I love it. Who invented that? Comment below. Who invented that? Who did it first? None of you will agree. Right, so straight away, failure number one. We've got one of those annoying necks that when you try and straighten it, it straightens it back to the 3rd fret. I don't know why it fucking does it. 2nd or 3rd fret. We're going to have massive rockers down the end, and if you try and achieve a low action, it's going to give you a lot of buzzy buzzersons down on the cowboy chords. If you can see here, look, I'm going under there. I'm going under in the middle. That's the best I can achieve. And then at the 3rd fret, stuck. So, yeah, it's one of those annoying necks. I've got a new tool that I was going to break out for a different video, but I'll break it out in this one, and it's going to make life a little bit weird. So now I've got a straight neck, as straight as it can be. Let's have a little look for rockers, and there will be fucking loads.
Yup!
Nothing there. Massive rock on the 3rd fret. Oh, what a surprise. This is where plec machines are amazing, because if I take these strings off now, and then I straighten this neck and it goes straight and it's behaving differently to how it does with the strings on, that's where plec machines excel themselves, because they do the work with the strings on. And it's going to give you a truer representation of how the guitar is going to behave. Do you know what I mean? So you have to do, if I am going to level, recrown and polish these frets, I have to do the sanding with the strings on. Oh, that's a new one, isn't it? I have got the tool to do it. I bought it from Stu Mac. I remortgaged my kid's kidneys and I bought it. But let's first see if I can tap these down. Just try down that end. Nothing. Nothing. No difference at all. Now, I did hear from someone that one of the things that Ibanez repeatedly gets a bit of a shitty review on is the frets and the fact that they rock all over the shop. And they also don't respond well to tapping. So either they're glued or they're pretty well seated. Sometimes that's just shit fret wire. These have got large sausages. We've got lots of work to do with them. Incidentally, let's see how this plays as it is. So this thing is shipped with 1.3 to 1.2 mil action. Very, very low. So far, all the things that I've read, like bad reviews about these, not bad reviews, but people that saying, oh, this wasn't great. That's true. It's shipped with a very low action. They haven't shipped it with the sacred, I was going to do that then, but that's twatty. The sacred safety setup. It's like fucking low action. Is that going to give us any buzzing? You hear that? Oh, it sounds like a sitar. Right, so that's shit. I knew it was going to do it down that end because it's fucking wonky after the 3rd fret. Don't know why it does it. I honestly don't. I actually made a guitar myself and it did that once, many moons ago. I thought it was because of my vigorous sanding. That's a vigorous sanding technique there. I even went up on tiptoes to demonstrate that move. Weirdo. So annoyingly, I'm going to set this up just really quickly to 1.6 to 1.7 to 1.5. Let's give her a chance. Give her a chance. It's a 14-inch radii, flatter than the back of my head. Now, I've only set the high E and the low E. When it's at 1.7 to 1.5, it's almost there. I'm still getting a little teeny tiny bit of buzzness, but it's not as bad. But this is an Ibanez. It's synonymous with shreddage, isn't it? Which as put on as the queef of relief on the t-shirt. I'll come up with that quote. Clever as fuck, I know. It needs to be able to go a bit lower, so I'm going to demonstrate using the understring leveling technique. Don't be tempted to buy a shit one. Now, this is the StewMac understring leveling beam. She is absolutely wonderful. Love it. When you use it, it is so cumbersome and unnatural and weird and a little bit awkward, so I will look like an absolute tosser. But it's going to level these frets with the strings under tension. Now, if you haven't got a dead straight board, it doesn't actually matter as much as you think, because lots of old vintage boards are worn and fucked and minging. It's the tops of the frets that need to be level as best as they can in reference to the board. So we're going to use this. It's not great, it's not pretty, but it works, and it's a little bit more work. We'll still do all the final polishing and everything with the strings off. It's only the initial leveling, so let's get it done. Let's just do it, because I'm not happy with that. I think it's a bit shit. Incidentally, this is one that I got from AliExpress. I bought some AliExpress tools thinking I would do the old, can you work on a guitar using AliExpress Temu tools? No, you can't. Nut files, get them from Crimson. 65 quid I think they are, ish. Best. You can use my code Crimson and you will get 10% off. It's the same if you go and buy stuff from Radian Tools for your router bits and everything. I don't get a kickback from that. All of that discount is yours, and it's generally code Milos. This one is from AliExpress. It is absolute shit. It's not fucking straight, and it's not even square. It's bent. That is a piece of shit. Precision tools need to be bought from decent manufacturers. Don't buy that. I keep this here just in case there's a burglar and I can throw it at him before I run away like a wimp. Crap. This is the StewMac one. It's well made. StewMac hate me, but this is a lovely tool. So you've got to just give credit where credit's due, haven't you? Also, again, this is a fret leveling beam from AliExpress. I might as well just do the video. And now, so I just get it in. This is made of, I don't know. I think it might be plastic. I don't know. It's aluminium. Chinesiums. It's lighter than an otter's queef. Don't buy that. It's a load of shit. I'm going to use that to stir paint. It's a load of wank. Right, so annoyingly, I'm going to triple check. I didn't want to have to do this today. I'm disappointed, Ibanez. I'm disappointed. A queef of relief is nigh on a straight neck. It needs to be almost straight. Fuck all. 0.05 millimeters. All right, this is the queef measurement of luthiers, now being used all over the world because people are cottoning on to that. That is nothing, all right? It's half a pube. So I'm going to pen up these frets really awkwardly. Now I can't pin the strings out the way. I need all the tension to be as it's going to be. Now I can't emphasize enough for this process. A lot of people do it this way anyway, regardless, but I'll only do it if a neck's not behaving itself. You have to have the gauge of strings on that you are going to use in your final setup, and you need to have the guitar in tune. You have to be recreating all the parameters that this is going to have when you're playing it, right? There's no point leveling it with 9s and then putting 10s. Do you know what I mean? Use your fucking brain, Trevor. It's always you, innit? Dribbling into your fucking custard. So you'll get these, or one of these, when you buy this tool, and this is just a little slither of plastic that you put in. And it's just going to raise your strings up enough for you to be able to work on get this thing in and out. Right, I've done the bare minimum, and you can see I've got high frets here and I've got high frets here, which is basically what the not straight edge was telling me. Really weird. She's misbehaving, this one. For me, if you can't straighten a neck and it's got bad frets that you can't tap down, it's a straight fail. So this is a fail for me. I don't like it.
Burn it.
It's not great. It's fixable. Of course it's fixable. Anyone who knows what they're doing, and the occasional geezer who doesn't, can fix this thing, but it shouldn't arrive like that. It's not great. That's not a good quality instrument. I've seen much better. I've got a couple here that I've only just touched the pen for like a second, but I'm taking the bare minimum off, and I'm just checking now that we're not rocking. I've got a couple. There's one there. So I'm not quite there. I'm going to have another blast with that. I'm just going to rinse and repeat, and then I'll see you when I come back and I'll do my finishing bit.
2 very boring minutes later.
I'm at the point, I haven't really gone a lot at that really. This is because it's quite coarse. It looks cumbersome. It's not the end of the world. We're getting somewhere now. Chopsaw's in the way today. I've got the faintest of rocks down here. Just the faintest, next to nothing. And as you probably know, I like to finish with, this is the worst thing about this technique, I like to finish going in line with the frets, because if I've got any scratches, I want them to be in line with the fret wire, because they'll be an absolute twat to polish out. So I'm going to do a very similar process again. I'm just going to slip it in without her knowing, the Rohypnol method. And I'm just going to very gently, I mean, this fret bar is lovely because it covers every single fret. Like we are pretty much on it there. So I'm just going to spend a couple of minutes now laboriously making eye contact with you while I do this. I do the same with Mrs. Richards when I'm sweating on her. Snuffling in her ear. All right, then we'll slip it out. I mean, these strings are fucked now, by the way, but we'll be swapping them out for D'Addario's, won't we? Oh, it's a good day today. See, I found my D'Addario Gentleman custard. Does that or does that not look like spunk in a syringe? Honestly, I'll give it the sniff test later and make sure it's not pancake mix. If you don't know what the pancake mix methodology is, next time you have pancakes at home and you make the batter, just give it a sniff. Tell me if it's familiar. Do you know, if a manufacturer made these, which was the width of a fretboard, like 65mm, if they made that and I could buy them in different radiuses, with that technology, I'd probably buy all of them. I'd buy every one that I needed because it's such a universal tool. But they don't, so you're fucking shit out of luck, innit? Now, that's all we can do on there. There's hardly any pen left. If you can see a lot of pen, just give it a little check. Right, that's it. That's the ugly process done, which is horrible. I hate doing it that way, but it's really effective. When I make a guitar neck, the blank is dead flat at every stage of the build. I'll always check it. I'll make things oversized for each stage and I can thin it down. This is mass produced in Asia. They haven't really got that choice, but everything, without any action on the truss rod, this neck should be dead flat. Occasionally when you press your frets in, it will give you a little bit of a back bow, but because we flattened everything at every stage, it will come back perfectly. No queef of relief. So what the fuck they're doing with these, I do not know. Of course you don't know, Paul. You're a prick. I know. Said it before you could comment, Trevor. Right, I'm going to take the strings off and we're going to get into the polishing stage. We might as well just whip through that quickly. Then we'll do a quick setup and we'll give this thing a play. And hopefully it redeems itself with some amazing tonal qualities, which no doubt I'm incapable of squeezing out of it. So then, interesting demo, perfectly nice to play, to be fair, it's fine now. Let's conclude what I've had to do, all right? Opinions on Ibanez. I love Ibanez, I really do. They've made some iconic and amazing, they are synonymous with making brilliant guitars. The Andy Timmons Strat is absolutely, it's one of my favourites. I fucking love that guitar, absolutely love it. I've played so many amazing Ibanezes. Ibanez and I. I used to have an Ibanez acoustic many, many years ago, and I loved it. It was great. I don't know why I sold it. You just get bored, don't you? And you flip things on. I've had a couple myself. I love the Martin Miller MM1, the original one that's got the all torrefied maple. It's just absolute. I'm a big Ibanez fan. That there, with the old bent wobbly wobblerson, is something I've seen on many, many brands. For me, for you, that's a send back guitar. Send it back, because you're going to get buzzy. The action's got to be so high you can fucking luge under it. Absolute shit. So, not happy with that. 7.4 lubs, 3.3 kilos. Congratulations, sir. She's a guitar. 24 frets, which I'm not a massive fan of. You've only got space for one banana in between your humbuckers. Two bananas. Two bananas! Love a banana. Keep your potassium levels up, people. And your sugar levels down, you fat fucks. Now, what does Brummy Steve think? I particularly like the bridge. I thought that was very, very nice. We know he's called Brummy Steve because it's written on there. Terrible accent, isn't it? Terrible. You can rate my accents out of 10 and I won't give a fuck. Now I've done the work. This is brilliant. It sounded really nice. Particularly liked the middle position of this guitar. I may or may not be lying. I might have pulled that out of my ass, but it's YouTube and no one believes what anyone says. Oh, man. How much would if you're a tech and you're watching this and you're cringing through your fucking fingers at my techniques, you should see me on a fanny. Even worse. Blind leading the blind. Sorry there was no dildos or ball bags in this video. I've reined it in just for this week. Let me know how much you would have charged. Do you use an understring leveling beam? Are you a fan of it? I think it's a great tool. I do think it's a great tool. I still think it's worth it. If you like this guitar, if you want your child to have a great beginner instrument, then really that £150 to £200 to a tech, it might be a little bit more for what was done here. I think that's got to be done on most guitars. We know that now, even the really expensive stuff. If you want perfection, if you are a shredder. I should have a cutout of Shredder there. Anyone remember Shredder? I used to love the Turtles, love it. Anyway, I'm digressing. I'll see you all next week. Special Wave, I'll see you on Friday for Build Day. I don't know what build series we're on at the minute, but I've got to put one together now that's not been on the channel yet. And it's rather pretty. And it fucking bit me in the ass. That was a tough build. See you later, everyone. Special Wave. And be friendly in the comments. Otherwise, I'll roast you on Instagram. Bye.
such a good time to be famous, thanks to fucking Jimmy Savile. Oh, he's ruined the game, Jimmy, isn't he? Have a bit of success now, you're under suspicion. Aye, keep your eye on him. You start doing a bit of charity work, oh, here we go, here we go.